Hello everyone, and welcome to Custom Showcase. With me, your host, Trey of Industrial Scene Productions. Today, we'll be doing an in-depth review of every single custom I've made of the gang from God Chiller series. Now, even though they aren't really seen on this side, I do have two surprise customs. So let's begin, shall we? First off, we have your boy Godred. My custom of Godred, basically isn't the exact replica of how Andrew basically made him, but the buffers are made from push pins basically. I just cut the ends off and did my best to make them all centered and stuff like that. But as you can see, on the side you can really see how bent they are, but the front is complete. But when they're in front, yeah, they're fine. They aren't even like the ones in the back, as you can see. But yeah, it's really good. Also, if you're wondering, the lamp is actually from a wooden railway Ferdinand, which Andrew does actually own at the moment. Which is why, if you guys ever actually see Andrew's live stream where he opened up a package for me, that was the model that basically had this lamp. I will say this though, this Godred is beginning to you can tell that he's losing paint here and there. In due time, I might fix this up a bit, but maybe not, because I don't really know if there's any good acrylic paint that would work for him. But who am I to care? All right, next engine. Alright, next up, we have an Adventures rendition of Clark. Yeah. No, I did not steal this from Vance. This is actually one I created myself. It's basically made from an Adventures den, with side plates made from cardboard, and like Andrew's version of Clark, it actually does have the face is from a wooden railway Terrence. I did paint the buffers silver, but I'm beginning to think to myself that they should now just be gray, because they're beginning to come off. And I might remove the side plates too, so I can paint the wheels up, because I'm pretty sure Clark's wheels aren't blue still. Here, as you can see, I painted in his windows. I gave him the number 2, and yeah. Don't really know what to say about him, but I really do like him. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite characters from GFS. That, and the next engine you're about to see right now. Next off, we have my custom of Brian. Yeah, he's basically made from an Erdl Peter Sam with the funnel cut off, and just paints it up in a turquoise aqua, I believe. An aqua turquoise. I don't know what the color is, but yeah, it's just basically that's what it is. With an Adventures Bill or Ben face. I forgot which one it was. It's one of those guys, don't worry. And the funnel is from a brass HO scale engine that I just cut up for scrap, essentially. That's all it is from. Like the GFS version of Brian, his side rods are basically painted silver. It really does make him look good, not gonna lie. I should consider this for a lot of my customs. Actually, I did, but not for my narrow gauge engines. But I will do that in the future. I will say this right now, I'm not really... Well, even though I love Brian, and he's a good character, I am not really that pleased with how the number 3 is actually look. And I'm pretty sure he has some sort of ER paint. I think he has ER painted on his cab, but I didn't do that right. The 3s are so off in so many ways. I might end up redoing this engine at some point. But overall, I will admit, really good compared to his original model. Let's move on to the next engine, please. Next off, we have, well, something that I think actually is really good. It is an Earl rendition of Henry. Now, this is just a big. Now, basically, what this all basically is just an Earl Henry painted up like the gray Henry recolors and big adventures. This one was my first Henry model, actually. Not gonna lie. Hence why it has, like, you know, buffers that I made from push pins again, like Godred from my Godreds. And it's okay, not gonna lie, but if there's anything that does bug me a bit is that I didn't actually have a Murdoch on me, just ripped the face off and then place it on here. And I could have made a better rendition of Henley, so it is actually a bit more accurate, but yeah, I'll explain why that's never actually happened in a later video. I might actually give him, like, you know, wheel arches, just, you know, like, because that's what Henley does have. I don't know what I'm saying. As you can see, I did a really good job painting the lining. I did paint his side rods too. But if there's anything that really does kind of bug me a bit is the lining around the tender. Because it just really looks really rubbish. But again, it's still a good model, not gonna lie, I made. Don't know what else to say here. Next engine. Next off, we have my custom of Rodney. I basically made him from a Matchbox overall like the one that was used in GFS. However, it's just basic. The buffer beams and the soul bars have been painted red. I didn't do a mod like the way Rodney looks because I like that Rodney. Just the fact that he has a take-along front coupling and, you know, buffers like that. But you know, I wasn't really entirely going to use this as Rodney, but as you'll find, it might just be a permanent version. So I just had to stick the face back on. It's just the face is from an Adventures James rather than an Ertl James because I only have one Ertl James at the moment. I know, and I don't want to mess it up. So yeah, as you can also see, it doesn't have like it's not really an accurate version of Rodney because it doesn't have this like ENR and the number. Why did I say ENR? I meant E and R painted on his side tanks. And I forgot what number he was too, so yeah. This is just rough even. Next, custom, please. Getting close to the end of this review, I'm gonna show off another engine. And this, of course, is my custom of Swindon. He's made from a take-and-play duck and Pinchy is basically from another take-and-play Diesel 10, a talking one, because that's the only way Pinchy can make it come out. Something that you should know is that I did lose the duck face, that's why he has a paper one to compromise, and I just repainted him up like this. This was originally like going to be the model that I was going to use for Wendy, but then I ended up, like, you know, painting it green and, like, turning it into another engine. And then the idea of turning it into Swindon came to mind. And all of a sudden, all I just needed was Pinchy, and I called him done. As you can see, I didn't really, like, paint on his, like, you know, windows, because I don't even know if, like, Swindon actually has windows or anything like that. Overall, he's really good. However, the only gripe I have is that, I didn't, like, make a custom face for him because Swindon actually has a robotic eye, and that didn't make it onto this custom. This was just I forgot who made the duck face, but I just basically ripped it off the DeviantArt and just did it right onto it. Next custom. Moving right along, we have my most recent custom, which is, of course, Goldie, the magic trap. This is an Ertl rendition of Goldie, as you can see, made from Toby, just painted up green, with the side plates painted black, and painted in gold paint is the words Goldie. I painted the buffers gold as well, did it on the sides, and even the other end too. Something that you should note is that I kind of did get a little bit sloppy with the gold paint, and there is a bit that you can see that's not on this wheel here. The darker green I used to like outline him is not really the best stuff too. It was actually used on Pullman before, but then, you know, it just looks horrible. It looks ugly. But, it's not really that noticeable, so I'll just keep him like this. And I do actually have a rusty face for him, just to make him a bit more accurate, but I don't know. Just because he just has a face right now. So what's the point of me having to put like another face on him? That's the only way I can ask. That's the only question I have to ask myself. So, what do you think? Should I give him a rusty face, or no? Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moments you've been waiting for, the surprise custom. Now, the surprise customs are gonna really surprise you, because I have made a take-along on Spudger. Not really that surprising, huh? Well, I did take the time to actually make this well, not really like how it'd look like in GFS, but he's just supposed to be Smudger in, like, you know, my series. But I figured why not show him off, because, you know, Smudger is in GFS, technically. So, yeah. It's just a take-and-play Rheneas repainted green, with gold stripes, black stripes, and I just painted on new eyebrows on him, because this is not technically Rheneas' accurate face. And I also gave him gray buffers for Railway Series 6. If I wanted to be Railway Series accurate, I could have just shaved the buffers off, but like, why not? I'll just keep them on. I'm not sure if Smudger will be number 2 in GFS, but I'm not gonna number him at all. I might give him like some nameplates, but I don't know yet, guys. Let's move on to the last cut, which I'm really, really proud of. Okay, the last custom has some spoilers for GFS. I mean, already most of us in the Krusty Cult know that he was painted this way before, but then Andrew decided to repaint him. I'm pretty sure you guys know who I'm talking about. So without further ado, let me reveal to you all the original rendition of Edwin. So, when I was basically making a custom of Edwin, I had asked Andrew, like, what color is he? And then he told me, like, you know what, Trey, you should paint him, I would like you to paint him up in his, like, original colors. And, like, I was like, wait, what? Yeah, and he told me to paint him up yellow. Not gonna lie, that actually does work on him. I just wish he remained yellow in, like, you know, for the rest of GFS, but, like, I do like the maroon livery that he is now in. Edwin basically uses a Ertl Wilbert as his model, not a 16, with an Ertl Edward face. I do have a take-along Edward, which is currently being used for another custom, but I just thought to myself, well, at the time, I just only had this Edward face, which was on my Freddy model. So I just plastered it on here, and after painting the engine in this livery. This is the reason why I have to say this is one of my proudest customs, is because this is the first time I've ever actually weathered an engine like this. I actually put matte acrylic, black acrylic paint after the yellow just dried, and I just smudged it all over Edward, even like had it onto his face, and yeah, you can see that he's been a really hard-working boy, which is what I like about industrial engines, because you can really tell how much work they go through, especially leaving your livers. It sometimes just makes them like pop, I guess. So yeah, that's just about it for that. I mean, Edward. Now, onto the, I guess, conclusion to this video. I'm really proud that I actually made these customs. Godward's Filler series is like one of my... Oh, excuse me. He's like one of my favorite series overall in the 8012 universe. I'm really looking forward for more episodes from Andrew and his series. And I'm also proud that I was actually able to create a couple of customs that have actually ended up um, being shown up in the series. Not sure if I'll actually get pictures of them at the end of this video, but um, I'll just let you know that they've actually made it in. And if there's anything that I really wish was here, or I was actually able to recreate, was Andrew's train Sona, which I actually did create a model of. Andrew um, brought it around with him a while back for like another train show, and I'm just proud that I could just be part of like such a good series. I mean, before me and Andrew never really were friends. In fact, I never really gotten to know the guy beforehand. It was just awkward one of the first times we met. I mean, like when we first began talking, and then all of a sudden I began to get comfortable with the guy. Andrew, you are a great friend, and I can never ask for you to be anything more than just that. You're like a brother to me, dude. I want you to continue to succeed and continue making GFS episodes. I wish you luck with all your other projects like Stories of the Sudrians, um, the Muck and Gripper show, and whatever the heck you'll be doing. If you need help, bro, you can always talk. You can always call me over. So without further ado, guys, I'm Industrial Steam Productions saying happy birthday once again to your boy Andrew, and I'm out. Peace.